Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more My Hero Academia. Could not be more excited. Although, if you saw my last video, you know I was pretty excited. Pretty high energy in that one. If you're joining me early today, it means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much for everything. As always, I'm sending you those big old hugs through the screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description below. We had a great start to the season last episode. I've had more time to think about it and dwell on it now, and I'm so glad that they went with a kind of fun, not something that jumped right into the overarching plot. We had a little tease of it at the end, but I'm really glad that they kind of stuck with like a fun opening to the season to kind of settle us back in. One thing of many things that I love about My Hero is that it is those fun, happy episodes where we get to know everyone a little bit better and we grow to love them more. And then when we do have the episodes where it's action and stuff going down and character arcs coming to a head and everything, it means so much more. Because we've already gotten so much more attached to those characters. So I really enjoyed it. I'm glad that they went with that. It was fun to see the camera quirk guy. I didn't know what to make of him at first. I thought maybe he was like shady. Maybe he was trying to like sell out Izuku. I didn't know. But I'm so glad I was wrong. I was just being paranoid as I usually am. And that he just, was checking out Izuku to see the fate of the future, which he now knows is in good hands. Also, I was very overwhelmed by his quirk because, I've been looking into different cameras, better camera for my phone. Should I get a big journalist camera, whatnot? So when I saw that and it was just he had all the zoom lenses coming out and he could print them and everything. Oh my god, I lost it. May have been a slight over exaggeration that he has the best quirk ever. But it just is so different from what we've seen. It's a combination of an object and a quirk, which usually I feel like we see maybe more combinations of elements and quirks or concepts and quirks. I don't know if that's making any sense, except for Momo, because she can make things with her quirk, like physical objects. But for example, Bakugo can make explosions, and that's less of a, it's not like he makes toaster ovens. Although, what a quirk that would be. Take note, anyone who's watching who has anything to do with this show, you can use that idea. I give you permission. So anyway, I'll wrap up my rant because I'm just gonna get overly silly and go on, but I'm really enjoying it so far. Very happy to be back. And without further ado, I say, let's get started on this next episode of My Hero Academia. Let's go, you guys, plus ultra!
悪いな。俺は別件で動いていて世話は無理だぜ。そうか。体育祭、俺以外指名のね。
Ouch!
ヘッド継承者だからナンバーワンヒーローに近づけるなら何でもやりたいんです。
My boy's so determined.
ならいろいろ紹介してくれるんじゃねえか。例えば元サイドキックのナイトアイとかな。
Oh. Oh, are we gonna get more of him in this one? Oh my god, I hope so. You guys. Oh, great. Toga.
とんだ大物連れてきたな。トゥアイス。
大物とは皮肉。
大物って有名人。
先生に写真を見せてもらったことがある。いわゆる筋物さ。
Oh.
死へ8歳かい。その若がし。
つまり今、日向も日陰も支配者がいる。じゃあ次は誰が支配者？
So now there's an opening. Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna take too well to that. No! Oh, you can't stop it there! Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Alright, you guys, that was the next episode of My Hero Academia. I have so much to say because we got so much in this episode. This was such a, like, meaty episode. So, like, basically the first half, or it felt like about a third of it, was all about the villains. And the way that I interpreted it was Overhaul wants to come in and be the new leader of the League of Villains. He was part of the Yakuza, this kind of like extinct or going extinct criminal organization in this age of heroes. And he kind of needs the... what's the word I'm looking for? Momentum that the League of Villains has built up over the course of however long this has been, combined with his leadership skills, I guess. And yeah, I had a feeling Shigaraki wasn't going to take too well to that, and he didn't. And wow, that just escalated so quickly. So we lost Big Sis Mag. Like, I just blown up. I mean, that was, and it happened so fast. That was a really scary moment because it's not very often that we have, like, I don't think have we had any, like, deaths on this show? Besides, like, ones that have already happened in somebody's backstory or something. Wow. I mean, I almost kind of found myself not rooting for the League of Villains, but at least they're like the devil you know. Whereas Overhaul has a different kind of presence from Shigaraki. Shigaraki is definitely a dangerous dude, but there's something about him. He's very, like, he's still so new to it that you can take a little bit of confidence in the fact that he's not going to be as dangerous because he hasn't figured everything out. He's definitely dangerous, don't get me wrong. But this other guy, Overhaul, has a totally different presence. Like, I think he could come in and turn this into an even more dangerous, functional kind of organization, which is pretty scary to think about. I know that they lost someone, like Overhaul lost someone on his side too, but I don't know too many of his people, so I'm not really sure, like, all the specifics of that. But I know, like, the death count was 1-1, as he said. That was nuts. Oh my god. And we saw that scene of Big Sis Mag with the friend and everything. I don't know, like, I know we're dealing with villains here, but I'm just, like, kind of upset over that. So we had that, and we had, like, a lot of scoop on what our villains are up to and what's going on there. And then we had the rest of the episode is about the work study program. I can kind of get both sides of the argument coming from, like, the teachers and everyone about the work study, because I know they've been under a lot of scrutiny. There's been a lot going on at UA. But at the same time, wouldn't you kind of want your students to be even more prepared in that case? I don't know. It kind of brings up some interesting questions. And I know All Might kind of has his reservations too. But in the end, I feel like, I know he's just trying to protect Izuku, but putting those roadblocks in front of him may not be such a good idea, because we kind of know what he does with when he feels like there's limits. He breaks right through them. So he may almost, like, want to be on board more so than not. Also, okay, so now we need to talk about what happened at the end. Well, real quick, I'll say I really like Mirio. I'm really, like, every time I like him, I feel like every time I see him, I feel like I like him more and more. And it makes total sense to me. Like, the first thing I thought about him when I saw him was, wow, he reminds me a lot of All Might. It makes total sense that he would be kind of in the running to be the successor before, of course, Izuku became involved in the situation. Sir Nighteye. Wow. So, first impressions are mixed. So apparently he has a real thing for laughter. We know he runs a tight ship, but that he has a real thing for laughter. And saying he has a real thing for laughter and humor is kind of an understatement considering what we just saw right there. Yeah. That happened. I can't wait to see more of him because now I'm like dying to know more about his character to be able to like peg him. Like, oh my god, I just can't wait. It kind of seemed like he didn't take too kindly to Izuku's impression, which came out of nowhere. Oh my god, that face. That face was like, it was just so crazy to see that on Izuku. Like, I didn't even think that other people could make the face. I thought that was just All Might's face. I guess he just does a really good impression. Like, I think it's more of an impression than, like, a one-for-all thing. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. But he didn't seem to take too kindly to it, unless we're going to get, like, in the next episode, he's going to be like, are you ridiculing All Might? Because I think that's hilarious. Which might happen, or Izuku might get tickled. Which would be weird and sad, and I don't even know how I'd feel about it. Seeing that girl, that assistant, like, strung up in the tickle torture chamber was interesting, you guys. It was interesting. But great app. I'm so happy to be back with this show. We're really starting to get into the meat and potatoes of the season now, which I'm really excited about. We're setting up our villain stuff. We're setting up what I'm guessing is going to be like our first arc with the work study program. So I can't wait to see more. Again, really enjoying Mirio and the Big Three too. I hope we get to see them more too. So really good stuff. I'm sure I'm going to be dwelling on it more over the next week, just like, and I'll probably have even more to say about like some of the bizarre stuff that I just saw. But great app. Can't wait to see more. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. Please join me next time. We'll watch it together, and I can't wait to see you then. Bye for now, guys.